last one. This is the same model here, but we're going to use it to help learn how to name transition metals and polyatomic ions. As always, read this so you get a little background. Just a reminder, if you forgot what Model 1 is, everything over here are cations, meaning positive charges. This side are negative anions. All right, Model 3 here has some names for metals that form more than one ion. Copper 1, oxide 2, tin 2, tin IV is 4, and iron 3 lines there. So in this model right here, it says metals that form multiple ions. What other metals form multiple ions other than copper, tin, lead, and iron? So you're going to look up here in this table for any of the elements that have more than one charge. So it has more than one plus or negative available to it. Question 2 says, what's the most obvious difference between these names? And it says Model 2, which isn't here, but I'll remind you, Model 2 was just the normal names. Potassium chloride, sodium chloride, barium oxide, all those ones that just have the first element listed and the second one with an "ide." What's the difference here? Number 3 says, do the Roman numerals, these things, 1, 2, 3, and 4, relate to the number of cations or anions? So is that telling us how many cations or anions we have? So again, look at your chart, find if the first element listed is a cation or anion. 4 says, remember, the sum of the charges always is 0. So looking at these formulas from Model 3, identify the charge on the copper cations in copper 1 oxide and copper 2. Do the same for the rest of them for B, for iron 2 and iron 3. So you're going to tell me in this one, the charge of iron is 1 positive, 2 positive, 3 positive. In this one, it's whatever. What are the Roman numerals actually telling us? If you don't remember, the notes tell you, but you could probably figure it out from this table as well. And then here's an example. PbCl4. The charge on the cation is 4. Remember the crisscross method. This is how we know the charge. There's 4 of these. And because the charge is 4, that's what the Roman numeral is. So try these 3. Again, if you're a little off, we went over them in class, so try your best, but do not leave them blank. 7 says, fill out the table below and determine the type of metal in the compound, and then name it correctly. So remember, if the first element listed is in group 1 or 2 in the periodic table, you can look at the top in Model 1. You just name the first element, and then the second element ends in IDE instead. If it's from a transition metal group, over here, you're going to write the first element also. Whatever number's on the second element becomes a Roman numeral, and then you add an "ide" as well. So go ahead and fill those out, and hopefully you're good on that. And I'll make a separate video for the polyatomic part, the orange box.